safety first. Don't worry about it. Speaking of which, have any of you out there been translated before? You hear about these people who say God, translated them to China or something so that they could deliver a message, or I don't know what. And you don't know what to think of things like that, right? I mean, I know there's places, right, in the Bible where there's that kind of activity described, but, who knows if it's factual, right? But the way I look at it is God can do anything. So I would never say that's impossible, because that would be saying God is limited. But then again, how many of us know people who've been translated from one geographical spot to another? So keep in mind, so that's all I'll say about that, is I think it's healthy to stay open to God doing impossible things. Or at the very least, unlikely things. That's God's specialty, is doing what we can't do ourselves, just put it that way. So there's no, and in that sense, we have plenty of evidence. Our whole lives since we've given ourselves to Jesus has been marked by countless series of examples of God coming through for us in difficult times to provide, support, strength, vision, motivation, healing, restoration, whether it's physical, financial, emotional, spiritual, mental. God's always giving us examples of showing us His love and His care for us by giving us evidence of Him going above and beyond what we're able to even ask or think. Oh yeah, baby. That much we know, and because we know it and it's knowledge for us, then we can stand on it. And for those of us who've been the consistent recipients of such magnanimity, then it's really not faith anymore that's motivating us. It's knowledge. Oh yeah, baby. Now, for those who don't have that experience, they don't see it as knowledge, and they have all kinds of, skeptical and critical things to say about why we're perceiving things that way, because they don't see the evidence of it. Well, they don't see the evidence of it because they're not in our skin. They don't see how, day to day we can be depressed, unmotivated, angry, critical, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we're loving, giving, patient. Oh yeah, baby. That's evidence, honey. Yes, baby. Yes, Jesus. Thank you so much. growth, don't forget to be thankful for it. Because if you're not, you may notice your rate of growth decrease. Because God wants to be recognized for the goodness that's coming your way because of that unlimited demonstration of love. Because that's where the relationship is. You know, think about it, like with your significant other, you know, they go out of their way to make you a wonderful meal, or, you know, they're willing to own some behavior of theirs that upsets you. If you don't show thankfulness for that, what's the likelihood of that repeating or coming back to you as a routine or as a daily expectation? Practically nil, right? So it's the same thing with God. You know, sometimes I think, or if not, lots of times, I think we spiritualize God so much that we act as if our behavior is immaterial to God's actions, and that's just not the case. Because we're in relationship, and the level of intimacy that's desired is so passionate and true, that anything that's getting in the way of that understanding and that exchange between the two has to be recognized as a major concern. So when it's removed, oh baby, it's all beauty, it's all peace, it's all love, it's all joy, it's all good. Even when, you know, things around us are falling apart, we've got raging fires due to incompetence. Within ourselves, we can still be at peace because we know we are nurturing as precious that growth that we're measuring, that can only come by the hand of God. Oh yeah. And that only comes to us by the gift of Jesus on the cross. That gift of himself busted open a closed door between us, our Creator, our Lover, and eternity itself. So that right now we can taste the joy of heaven. We don't have to think, gee, I wonder what it's going to be like in heaven. We need to know that now. We need to take inventory now on the evidence that God gives us continually. Of who He is, how deep His love is, and how wonderful this eternal relationship is now. Oh yeah, baby. Just like that, honey.